Well, hi there. Let's get a hold of my. Since I'm talking, I have to make myself rather big here. Okay, this is the day following uh, a 22-minute video I did just a day ago at 4 in the morning. Uh, and right now it's June 8th, Sunday, 12:20 in the morning. I just happened to come across um, watching some more of the 2020 film Wormwood that I was using as to explain how the government, in order to, because the government's is run by occultism, and the present day occult uh, government leaders, which is all of them, who don't believe, at least go along with things to survive, uh, believe in karma. I sound different because I'm just getting over a bronchial infection. I seem to catch too much anymore. And I caught something in the film later on, and it's tiny, but it's extremely important. In this film, I'll be showing you shortly, they'll be in Greenwood at the mark or approximate mark, depending on what copy you have. I have it at 1 hour 34 minutes to 35 minutes, maybe, or 36 minutes. You can find it by going right there, and I'm going to show you. If apparently I can do it, I can do this. I couldn't do this the other day. I couldn't show you anything. But I hope I can, even though I purchased it. I don't know if they or YouTube will allow me to take what I purchased, which is the movie Greenland, and show you on my format here. But in it, if I can, I'll just go on like it's going to be, like this attempt will be successful in showing you. I hope it will be. They actually, they're under bombardment from incoming. It's really end up being debris, including the comet that they called Clark, part of their line system. And my point here is that this is the government, through movies and films, allowing the word to get out. And let me make this bigger so we're watching the whole screen if I can get it. Oh, well, let's see. There we go. Um, they actually use the term wormwood, and that is, of course, the label giving to the star. Actually, they read it out of Revelation chapter 8, verse 10 and 11. A star falling from the sky, a fiery star, and the name of it is Wormwood. So in this film, Greenland, they actually refer to what's coming in the film as Wormwood. It's small, you can hardly hear it. I'll try to play it a couple times for you, try to pick it up. And what's my point here? My point is, I believe Apophis is Wormwood. NASA says Apophis is the size of a football stadium. Actually, through Neil deGrasse Tyson, he says it's the size of the Rose Bowl. Now, I think I caught Neil deGrasse saying it's that size. Certainly heard him saying that size. But I think in his I'd say many videos on this topic, because he's been making them. Neil deGrasse Tyson has been making these videos unofficially for NASA, talking about this Apophis coming in. He has not only said it's the size of a Rose Bowl or the Rose Bowl, but I think I caught him once, because I think he's excitable about this himself. He might have mentioned it being 1 or 2 times the size. But if he ever said that, and I'm going from memory, Because as time passes, I'm getting more and more serious about this. I would have caught it and saved it when I first heard it, but that was months ago. So this thing coming in that this asteroid coming in that NASA refers to as Apophis, we Christians on the Protestant side, because we share our information for the most part with our people. If you're a Roman Catholic, well, I'm sorry, folks, the Roman Catholic Church is not into keeping their laity informed of anything except more laws or whatever. And yes, I'm being critical because your life's on the line now. And I'm a former Roman Catholic all my life up to age probably 22 or 3 through parochial schools in the Latin Mass. So I'm not looking out. I'm not outside looking in as much as, because I've been inside. I'm more than that. So the point of it is I'm going to show you a quick clip, okay? You listen for this movie to refer to Wormwood and actually put it and say it and mention it in the scripture. All right, let's get to it. This has got to be short. Nobody wants to watch me, and I don't blame you. Let's see if I can make this play. Oh, gosh. It's because I don't have good speakers. Well, it's not going to show you the picture. And I don't think I can find this in a clip. It's too specific. So you can listen to the audio. It's coming up in about 30 seconds. And it'll be a broadcast over a radio that's in an abandoned vehicle. Listen carefully.
This is Rochester, New York. Everything south of our location is on fire. Anyone out there? Anyone make it? If anyone is listening, the third angel sounded his trumpet. And a great
The third angel sounded his trumpet.
blazing like a torch fell from the sky.
And a star blazing like its torch fell from the sky. I'm repeating what she's saying.
And they called it Wormwood.
And they called it Wormwood. Now this is from the movie. I can only give you audio. But again, these are hints. Something is coming. We know something is coming. It's called Apophis to the secular world and to NASA. You're not going to tell the world. Listen, Apophis is going to destroy all of Western America, United States. It's going to destroy the United States enough that we will never recover in our lifetime due to impact, fallout, and tsunamis on both our coastlines. Because when it hits water, something like that size at the speed of 28,000 kilometers, that's what we're told its speed is, hits the Pacific Ocean, it will send tsunamis around the world. So it'll come around to our Atlantic coast and take care of all of our eastern coastlines, including New York, New Jersey, and the rest. That's my point. In the movie, they show it hitting Central Florida. In the movie Greenland, they show it hitting Central Florida. Believe me, that would be 1,000 times more preferable to hit even a city, a large city, Tokyo, New York, whatever, land, because when you hit the water, you have tsunamis. The water is connected. All of our bodies of water are connected. Those tsunamis will not just hit once, but they'll wash back and forth. You're going to get 6-8 tsunamis in a row from one impact. It's just not going to come and go and then it's going to be over. No. You throw fill your bathtub up and throw a baseball in the middle of it, and you're going to see those ripples come and go many times. And even Neil deGrasse Tyson says this in one of his many videos on Apophis. So the destruction of it hitting the middle of Florida, and I have friends in Central Florida, and of course I love them all, but they're both Christians. They won't be here. But it doesn't matter. It's not going to hit there. It's going to hit the Pacific Ocean just off of the Southern California coast, about 200-300 kilometers into the Pacific. And the water will kill many more people than the landslides that'll follow. And then you're going to have Yellowstone go off and smother us in ash that I've heard many times isn't your floaty ash. It's going to be like crushed glass coming out of the sky for who knows how long, falling for and encircling the world in the jet streams for how long, and covering the world. This is going to cover the world for the most part, but especially the North and South American continents. That includes Canada, Alaska, of course, United States, Mexico, Mesoamerica, South America. We're going to be terribly destroyed. It's just not the impact. It's the tsunamis. It's the dead bodies that will wash back up. And of course, we have, our government quietly has tens or hundreds of thousands of FEMA coffins. They're plastic. They're big enough to, you could easily put 4 to 6 average adults in these, each coffin. They're quite big. They're plastic. They're black plastic. They have lids. You got to take these corpses, drowned corpses, and put them away because they'll rot and you can't live. They'll, you follow my lead here, folks. So anyway, again, they give a reference to Wormwood. They actually use our biblical name. So they know something we don't. But I'm trying to tell you something. I'm putting it together for you. Why God chose me, I don't know. But I try to be a friend to everybody, even a loving friend to everybody. Who am I? What am I? Nothing. But I am a communicator in this, and I would apparently know what's going on. I could see it so very clear, very clear. You folks can't. And even my friends get it, but apparently they have to release it. It's too heavy. And even the Christian friends, they begin to let themselves begin to believe, but then they can't entertain that thought for long. I guess it'll drive you wacky, or you've got to have a constitution and fortitude, naturally part of your personality and psyche that you can deal with this. But if you're Christian, we're out of here in this October. And I feel very sure of it. I cannot guarantee it. I cannot guarantee it. Of course I can't. Keep turning this. I'm trying to center myself on this camera above me here on my computer. Anyway, that's it. More information. And let me pause this. I want to see if I can show you where deGrasse Tyson says it will hit. I'll pause this. Well, I tried to bring up a map of the United States and to show you at the very southern portion of California in the Pacific Ocean, not very far out. It's NASA saying if it hits, it'll hit there in the ocean. deGrasse Tyson says himself it'll be 3 miles, the crater will be 3 miles deep and 3 miles wide. He also says, and he contradicts himself, He said one time, and I have the video, and it's in my other video of him speaking. I show a whole full-length video of one of his videos. And he says in the same video it's going to be 3 miles high. And then later on he gets a hold of himself and he says the tsunami is not, we're talking tsunami height. He says the tsunami will be 100 feet high. Well, I mean, how do you get a 3-mile deep crater in the ocean and only get 100-foot high tsunami from that wave from that? So you tell me that. It's there. With all this time ahead, they've got years ahead, and they're still scrambling. They're in shock. They're preparing. They're digging. They're making tunnels. The new Denver airport was meant to be a quick flyby. Get out of your plane, land. Get out of your plane and run into the shelters that they have, openings right beneath the Denver airport. So you land your plane at let's say you're the American president and your Congress. You land the plane. Planes land you there at the Denver airport. You get out. You get shuttled to the opening of these huge tunnels, reinforced and supplied for years, and you get in your hole and hide and hope you survive. I mean, the Lord says in Revelation that people that do hide in the rocks call upon the rocks to fall on them, to hide them from the face of the Lamb. So obviously that doesn't make a great deal of sense unless they're already on fire or being slowly poisoned, not that slowly poisoned, by something horrific, painfully, and they want to die quicker by rocks falling on them, cave-ins. That's my only, I'm not here to answer every question. I'm here to tell you the only way you're going to escape sure death on April 13th, 2029, that's you, your children, your family, you, of course, your grandchildren, your best friends, your cat, your dog, your parakeet, and your pet snake are all going to die if you live in America, in the United States and Mexico, especially if you live west of the Rockies in the United States. You might survive for a while, only a while, in the eastern part of the United States, because the impact will be on just off the west coast, and then that's pretty much where Yellowstone volcano is. But its ash will come to you. And we have the Madrid fault line, which goes north and south through the United States, that erupted in 1812 and 13. Look it up. It was severe. And it'll go again, too. Like when the San Andreas fault gets tripped with that impact of Apophis Wormwood, I believe the Madrid fault line will go, and that's closer. That's just east of or west of Ohio, or Indiana, anyway. And so even in Pittsburgh, we're not going to be so hot and safe, but we might be okay because we have the Alleghenies to save us from the sloshing tsunamis. But they may not be high enough. The Allegheny Mountains, I used to fly. I got my commercial pilot's license, and I've flown over the Alleghenies, and small planes, fixed wing, single prop. But 50 years ago, and I can remember the highest points of the Alleghenies in Pennsylvania is only about 2,400 feet. It's not, if I remember correctly, it's not that, they're not that high. We're not talking Rockies here. The Rockies will probably save Colorado and those states from the 3,000-foot tsunami coming in from the west. So you got to get saved, guys, because you will die 4 years later. And if the rapture is, this is done through math. biblical math and regular math used on biblical times and things like that, we figured out if Apophis is Wormwood and Wormwood hits on April 13th, 2029, well, that will be the middle of the 7-year trib. Come back 3.5 years back in time towards us, because we're not there yet. Try to follow the math. 3.5 years earlier, from April 13th, 2029, happens to be this October 14th, 2025. 25. Let's go. Let's see, 2 and 5. Yeah, that's how it would look. Huh? A 2 and a 5. Get saved. Get out of here. Now, you're not going to die the very first day of the rapture if you're left behind. You can always still be saved. Just ask Christ to forgive you and save you from hell and your punishment of your own personal sins and the fact that we were all born. Well, you don't have to know that theology. Just ask Christ to save you from sin and the punishment of sin, like the thief on the cross. No baptism, no pleading. Okay, just a sincere asking. Remember me when you come into your kingdom, Jesus. I looked that up, and I believe he said Yeshua. I don't think he said Kyrios or Lord. So, I mean, I can't make it much simpler. Say, Jesus, please forgive my sins. You died for me. Forgive me. Take me to heaven. And I believe you'll do it. And guess what? It'll happen at that moment, and it'll last forever. You can't lose it. That's a heck of a deal. It's free. That's the whole idea with the gospel. The gospel is in Greek is euangelion. You is a preposition meaning good. It's good news. And you know what an angel is, right? Angel is a messenger. Angelion is sort of the Greek way of saying angel. An angel means messenger. So good message, euangelion, aka the gospel. What's so good about the gospel? If you can, men. I'll use men because I'm one. You look at something pornographic for a few moments and let yourself get into it. Well, according to the Catholic Church, you just lost your salvation, committed a mortal sin. I mean, what kind of good news is that? You got to stay confessed up to date. And the church used to teach that if you missed Mass on Sunday and you could have made it, it's a mortal sin. There's all kind of mortal sins 50, 100 years ago running around. Now, like nothing is. Nothing's a mortal sin. They don't even want to talk about it, I don't think. But there is no such thing as a mortal sin as the Catholic Church teaches it. You ask Christ to save you from hell, and he will do it. But you must believe he will do it. That's called saving faith. I don't want to belay this anymore. I hope you all get to see this. You get a chance to, you make your own decisions. This is just information you're to make a decision upon. I'm trying to tell you the time is running out to go in the rapture. You've got till, well, it could happen any moment. But I don't think it'll happen any later than this October 14th, okay? And apparently that will be on the heels of that very day of the rapture. The way things, because of the math we're using, that the actual first day of the tribulation will be the day following or later that very day of the rapture. All right, we're going to call it a day. God bless you in Christ's name. Seek him. Use your saving faith. Get saved.